Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT Life in Full Sail University. Judgment Day may be on its way, but there is huge news for the NXT brand, which I'm looking forward to announcing right here and right now. 5 weeks from tonight, June 25th, NXT will prepare to take over once more as they get their own exclusive pay-per-view again. But that is something we're going to focus on in a moment, because there's our main event for tonight, the Rated R show. The Big Show and Edge going up against American Alpha. The winner will challenge the DCC for the NXT Tag Team Championship next week. However, with that being said, there is a huge focus right now within NXT. This past week has been a bit of a shift up for the NXT brand. That takeover has been signed, new titles are being created, and we're going to be seeing one of those new titles introduced to you tonight, because Beth Phoenix is going to be taking on the new NXT Women's Champion, Peyton Royce. So that being said, NXT takeover already on its way to being a solid show, because the NXT general managers JBL and Zabisco have already signed a rematch for NXT TakeOver. We will see Peyton Royce and Nikki Cross meet for the NXT Women's Championship. Yes, that does mean Cross has to wait another 5 weeks for opportunity, but there is a chance, and you never know, Cross may try and find a way to get herself a rematch before then. But there is the new NXT Women's Championship in the hand of the new NXT Women's Champion. Peyton Royce did almost what I think a lot of people thought to be unexpected, really. She showed up, she got her name out there, and she won the NXT Women's Championship in just her second match in this universe. In that triple threat match, of course, she did win it under controversial circumstances, and that's why the rematch has been given to Nikki Cross, because Cross was on the way to win it. Cross had nailed her finisher onto Sexy Star, but Peyton Royce just ran into the ring, drop-kicked Cross in the face, and had basically an empty ring to cover Sexy Star in, and got the 1-2-3, and now holds that title. But Royce, of course, has got a giant target on her back now, as Nikki Cross is going to be wanting that title back at TakeOver. So I am looking forward now to seeing what is going to happen in NXT TakeOver. Not too sure where it's from just yet. Of course, last year's the one we had before WrestleMania was at Dallas. However, there is no pay-per-view before this one. This will be in between ECW's. This will be between the best pay-per-view there will be in Heatwave and SmackDown's next exclusive pay-per-view. It'll be in between that gap there, so should be an interesting one to say the least. And I'm happy that NXT's getting another opportunity to take over. So with that being said, what is on tap here tonight? Of course, only a 3-match card due to the pay-per-view coming on its way. NXT, though, are looking to sort that out and looking to just continuously put on 4 and maybe even 5-match cards as time goes on. But we'll see what's going to happen regarding that. There needs to be some kind of consensus reached between all parties. So, following this, Apollo Crews will go one-on-one. First time we've seen Crews in some time, actually, but he will be going one-on-one with the leader of the DCC in Chris Sabin. That is going to be a bit of an interesting matchup in its own right. Sabin, I believe it was it last week we saw him? Or was it 2 weeks ago? It was one of those times where, of course, Sabin opened his mouth and said that he is here now to claim back that NXT Championship. He is here to take it away from Okada, and he wants that rematch, but he's still yet to get it. But who knows? Who knows what we could find out tonight? Who knows what that matchup against Crews could do for Sabin's chances, and who knows what that match could do for Crews as well. Crews is able to pull a win out the bag out of thin air. Crews could find himself on the road to that NXT Championship opportunity. And of course, our main event, as we said, Edge and Big Show will take on American Alpha. The winners will face Bram and Christopher Daniels of the DCC next week to determine who will be the NXT Tag Team Champions. So that it's a simple but effective card as it gears up all kind of championship matches. Nice move there by Beth Phoenix. Last time we saw Beth Phoenix, she defeated Melina in action. She hadn't been utilized since, which is a bit of a shame, but here she is now getting the first opportunity to take on the new NXT Women's Champion. Royce still trying to make it a little bit difficult for her. Nice job there. And Peyton Royce, lovely suplex. What more can Royce look for here? She turns around Beth Phoenix and all rake in the back there. That really can set an opponent off its game, and it may have worked there for Royce, because now Beth Phoenix's guard is down, and there's a nice face buster. Bit of a difference to a bulldog, but you know, Royce likes to do it a bit different. I don't know. Oh, what a spin kick in the face! As if Aleister Black executed that kick like we saw on ECW. Hard kick in the face, but Beth Phoenix powers out of the count of 2, much to the annoyance of Peyton Royce. But Royce stays on the offense here. Smart work by the new champion. You'd expect her to maybe get too frustrated due to her inexperience, but not to be the case. Royce now, double axe handle countered. That could be Beth Phoenix's window of opportunity to get back in this one. Beth Phoenix, look at her strength right there. Double-handed chokeslam, as if with ease. Peyton Royce slams into the mat. Reversal though by Royce. She's still fighting, and now Royce, fisherman suplex, looking for that win. Plants Phoenix into the bridge for 1, 2, no. I don't even think she got a 2 count on that one. And now Beth Phoenix though, with that counter, trying to gear it back into, you know, the momentum back into her court. But Peyton Royce not allowing that, but Phoenix not allowing her to stay down for too long either. Back and forth counters right now by both women. No real woman in control right now. There's that face buster though once more by Peyton Royce. And she goes up top again here. The NXT Women's Champion certainly trying to send a message in her first matches with that belt. Trying to say that this is now her division. No one's going to be taking it away from her. Beth Phoenix though, counter in there. Chop in the chest. Peyton Royce quick enough to counter that big strike there that looked on its way. And Royce now hooks the leg in. And the fisherman suplex hits again into the bridge. There's 1, 2, 3. Peyton Royce victorious over Beth Phoenix. The NXT Women's Champion picking up momentum on the road to TakeOver now, where she will meet, of course, the outlandish Nikki Cross, and here she comes. It seems as if more and more often in this universe now people are running in to get to blindside their opponents, to send a physical message. Well, Cross is doing just the same. Cross finally getting her hands on Royce. She's waited all week for this. Cross laying down Peyton Royce. The former NXT Women's Champion, who wasn't even pinned to lose her championship, is now putting Peyton Royce on her hit list and saying she's coming for her and for that title. Cross laying down Royce to kick off NXT. Good God almighty. Nikki Cross certainly fired up and with almost a push of momentum to her now to get back that NXT Women's Championship. In her mind, Royce has got something that she doesn't deserve. Cross is going to look to do anything she can to get that back. We'll see them definitely square off a takeover, but who knows? The NXT general managers may decide it'll be a smart idea to put them up against each other before then. And now, here we go into our next contest. It's Apollo Crews versus Chris Sabin. Crews was, of course, a fast rising star on NXT, and then all of a sudden, kind of got a little bit pushed to the wayside when Kazuchika Okada defeated him for the #1 contendership opportunity. And here comes Sabin, refusing to wait in line. Chris Sabin, done this now on 2 occasions, I believe. I think he did it against Rich Swann as well, when he squared off against him. Sabin with the blindsiding attack. Just looking to get an upper hand, looking to try and get into his opponent's head before the matchup gets underway. But look at Crews here. Look at Crews go. Huge strikes there by Apollo Crews. Eventually we'll get back into the ring. Here we go, back in the ring now, and this matchup can get underway. The bell rings, and Sabin is the one in control. Single knee gutbuster. Sabin deciding already to take a trip up to the second rope, and Crews, a little bit of trickery there by Crews, rolled one way and then was quickly able to roll the other way to get out of it. Chris Sabin now. Looking to go to work. Looking to disfigure Apollo Crews probably in the mind of Chris Sabin. Ever since the DCC came into play, ever since that NXT Championship came around his waist, it was not the Sabin that we knew as the Motor City Machine Gun Sabin. I mean, his theme has Hail Sabin within it, certainly. Chris Sabin holds himself in a high esteem. And perhaps that's why he claims he deserves that NXT Championship. That's why he believes that NXT Championship should still be around his waist and not in the hands of Okada. He's going to have to prove that claim to be correct here with this win against Apollo Crews. Misses that in the corner there, and there's the advantage for Chris Sabin to sneak in and just start to take control a little bit. Sabin trying to keep it slow, trying to keep it on the mat, and that's actually a bit of a smart idea because we know how explosive Crews can be. We know how much he can just fire up with offense and keep going, really. His cardio seems to be an incredible asset to Apollo Crews, but so long as Sabin's able to keep it on the mat, it doesn't seem as if anything's going to go Crews' way. Chris Sabin, it seems, is a very sound mat technician. And there's a a stump puller there. Crews able to roll out of it, but didn't look too emphatic there in being able to get out of it. Just kind of pushed him away. What a reversal there by Crews, but he gets floored. By Sabin, but he gets floored by the drop kick there. Turns his back to Chris Sabin. Oh, clubbing blow in the back there. What was Apollo Crews thinking? Do not turn your back on the former NXT champion, and this is why you're about to pay for it. Right here and now, Sabin. Cradle shock onto Crews. Referee in for the cover. There's one. There's two. But Crews kicks out. Perhaps not enough done. Well, definitely not enough done to finish that one off. Too soon, it seems. But Sabin continues on the offense. Continues going to work on the head of Apollo Crews. But Crews right up to his feet. And look at that. Sabin thinking tactically, he wants none of Crews, but Crews takes flight. Good God, leapt over that top rope with ease and goes right back to work on Chris Sabin. That was incredible work there by Apollo Crews. And may have enabled the matchup to be back in his favor. Okay, apparently not. Chris Sabin, belly to belly. Cover right after here. Sabin hoping it's enough at this point, and it's still only a 2 count. Sabin now up high, misses that. Big splash. And this could be no. Got to give credit there to Sabin. You see, he made a mistake like that, and it just was easily able to just close down Crews and get back on the offense. That is the skill set of a champion, to be fair. And Sabin will be hoping that his name is beside Okada's when it comes to that rematch. And hoping that it's a takeover as well. Their names beside one another in the main event. But here we go now. Covered by Crews after that standing shooting star. Can Crews put a dent? No, he cannot. I was going to say, can he put a dent in Sabin's momentum and his chances of becoming the number 1 contender? But apparently not. Crews, though, going to go up high. Taking his time to get up to that top rope. Sabin was able to get back up to his feet, but that's not going to stop Crews. He's still way up there, and he takes flight. Shoulder tackle off the top rope. Now what will Apollo Crews look to do here? Certainly seeming a bit, perhaps, he's seeming a bit hunched there. So unless that's damage, or that may actually be too much energy exerted within this matchup, I'm not too sure. But Sabin able to quickly send Crews into the turnbuckle, and here we go now. This is looking dangerous. Back superplex there. Crews almost curling up in reaction to it. Step up enziguri there by Sabin, and Crews is practically out on the mat right now. Here we go. This has got to be it on the way. Just toying with him right now. And Sabin seems as if there's no more playing, no more toying around. That all sounded really weird, but nevertheless, cradle shock. Down goes Cruz. 1, 2, 3. Chris Sabin, your winner. He had to do it. He was almost bound to do it at that point. Chris Sabin is your winner. And now hopes that the NXT general managers will pay close attention to him and give him that opportunity at Okada once more. Sabin craves that chance. He will do anything it takes to get his hands on it. And now, Sabin, in the midst of it all, getting his hands on a microphone. And already deciding that he wants to call out the NXT champion. He wants Okada right here, right now. His NXT championship is what he calls it. Okada is back there. He's here tonight. Will he answer the challenge, though, of Chris Sabin's? Of course he will. It's Okada. He doesn't turn down a challenge. Okada heading towards the ring. I don't know if that was Sabin signaling towards someone or if he was just looking out into the audience. Here comes the NXT champion without the championship belt that Sabin wanted him to bring as well. I would like to clarify as well, I know he's got a microphone in hand, but Okada does not know English, so this will be translated for us, just as a heads up. We're not going to have to worry about anything. Sabin might have this translated to him, we're not too sure. Okada basically stating the truth. It was kind of the right place at the right time for Okada. No DCC to worry about. The big stage the takeover was. All just kind of fell together for it to be a great chance for Okada. And look at this now, he's begging at him. Oh, he's basically begging to Okada. But not in the way that Okada probably wants it to be. He wants to kill Okada. He wants to destroy the Rainmaker. But Okada he sees through that. He doesn't see that as a threat or anything. Just sees it. Well, actually, he doesn't see it as a threat. He sees it as he will give the opportunity to him. He doesn't even have to ask. Sabin just has to demand the opportunity, and he will get it. And Sabin's already heard enough of Okada. Alright, that was a bit of a cheap shot there by calling out his language, but you know. There's the threat after it. He'll give him the reason not to chant the name Okada. It seems as if Sabin is not going to let Okada get a word in edgeways here. And there we have it. With that being said, I think the matchup is now signed at TakeOver. Okada and Sabin, the rematch for the NXT Championship. Will the Rainmaker drown out the threat of Okada, or will NXT be once again hailing the DCC and hailing Chris Sabin? That is, well, we've got it now, haven't we? We finally got what we wanted. The main event of TakeOver now set to be a huge, huge rematch for that NXT Championship. I cannot wait to see Okada and Sabin square off once more for the NXT Championship. It is going to be an incredible match between those two men, like it was a TakeOver, only this time I think it's just gone more and more personal due to the fact that Sabin lost his NXT Championship to Okada and will do anything it takes to reclaim it. Anyway, we focus on our main event here. In comes Edge into the ring, getting ready for the chance to become #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Can he pull it off here tonight? Can him and Big Show do what it takes to knock off American Alpha? This is kind of the problem, though. I mean, yes, Edge and Big Show have the experience within this universe, but they have tag teamed with each other once here on NXT. So it kind of begs the question: do they have enough experience to knock off American Alpha? Because that's what we've got to remember. American Alpha is an incredibly skilled tag team. It's not as if they are two people who have just randomly aligned with one another all of a sudden. They know each other well. They've worked with each other for years at this point, I assume. And a lot of their offense works off of one another's strengths and weaknesses. However, their main move, Grand Amplitude, may have hit a huge bump in the road at the hands of the Big Show. If Jason Jordan or Chad Gable can lift this man up high enough, then they already deserve that NXT Tag Team Championship opportunity. Well, I look forward to seeing if American Alpha can pull that off. But it certainly looks as if Big Show is fired up here to try and get this win. Try and get this opportunity at the NXT Tag Team Championship. Who did they knock off last week? I believe it was these two men who knocked off Kurt Angle and Shelton Benjamin. The American Alpha knocked off Macho Man Randy Savage and Matt Hardy to get this opportunity. But here we are. And it seems as if the crowd here tonight are geared behind American Alpha. Seems as if American Alpha are ready, willing and able to get that Tag Team Championship opportunity. Looking to prove why being sent down to NXT was a bad idea by the former Raw general manager. Will it be illustrated? Will American Alpha do enough to win here tonight? Will they be able to win those tag team titles next week as well? Anything could happen here. I am certainly amped up to seeing what is going to take place. Seems as if momentum and favoritism is on the side of American Alpha maybe, but the power, the individual experience, and even the height advantage goes to the Rated R show. Edge is going to start this thing off. It seems as if Edge may be used to wear down Gable and Jordan, so then when they're at kind of a low point, in comes the Big Show, and he's able to easily destroy either man. Getting things off with a little bit of chain wrestling, and thought it was going to be Edge getting off to a great start there, but there's Gable finally, the amateur wrestlers that are American Alpha. Edge may have picked off more than he can chew right there, and it seems as if Gable gets off to the better start. Right into a Northern Light suplex there by Edge. Nice work there though by Gable. Bit of back and forth by both men here. Edge, of course, the former two-time world champion, looking to bring some success back to his name. Looking to bounce back since his long career, what feels probably like a long career for Edge on NXT. Nice kick in the face, though, there by Gable to get a counter. Misses that forearm, though, and that could be Edge's opportunity to just get minutes and minutes of offense in. Or not. Great work there by Gable to get out of the way. And German suplex by Chad Gable. Edge hit hard, and here comes Jason Jordan now. Tag made. Gable, nice little bit of a, kind of like a swooping takedown. I don't really know what to call that move, but that was something. Jordan now just utilizing, just keeping Edge on the ground here. Edge is quick to counter, and Jason Jordan's quick to do the same thing as well. Uh-oh, this is going to be good. Oh! Sidewards, something. I forgot what that's called already. Good going there. Into the corner goes Jason Jordan. No tag made. The Big Show win now, finally. Tides may turn, and there's a huge double team maneuver by Edge and the Big Show. That spear by the Big Show. But Jordan almost didn't feel it. He's fighting right back here. And good God almighty, he lifts the Big Show up with ease for that atomic drop. Not a clue how Jordan was able to do that. And now Jordan able to grab onto those tree trunk-like legs of Big Show and turn it into a Boston Crab. But Big Show's not a fan of that. Jordan quickly rolls out of the way there, but it's almost in vain. Huge elbow to the back of the head there. But look at how Jordan's able to counter. Certainly fired up here from the arrival of the Big Show into the ring. But Big Show's huge strikes just enough to just slow down Jordan temporarily. What a reversal by Jason Jordan. Good God. I knew Jordan was strong, but I didn't know he was this strong. Didn't know he had the power to lift up Big Show with such ease. And here we go now. Into the gut. Oh, good God. Overhead, belly to belly. Absolutely incredible. By Jason Jordan. Could it be? Could it be? Tag made into Gable. Oh, grand amplitude to the Big Show. 1, 2, 3. It's a win for American Alpha. Jesus. Wow. That was amazing. That was actually amazing. I cannot believe I just saw that. Grand amplitude to the Big Show. That was something to witness there. Jason Jordan possessing incredible individual strength to lift him up, and Gable with just as amazing strength to keep him steady on the way down. American Alpha, your #1 contenders, and will meet the DCC for the NXT Tag Team Championship next week. Already, I think we could be looking at new NXT Tag Team Champions. With a performance like that, American Alpha showing this may be their time. Well, there we have it. We'll see you next week for NXT, and we'll see what's going to happen on the road to TakeOver. But for now, we'll see you at Judgment Day. I'll end this episode of Universe. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.